Thank you. Two Wisconsin brothers now free after a Brown County judge exonerates them for a 1987 murder. Sandra Lison was found beaten and strangled after disappearing from her job as a bartender in downtown Green Bay. In a first alert investigation, Brittany Schmidt joins us now with the details about the evidence uncovered after nearly 25 years.
Bill, this is the story of David and Robert Bintz, who are charged with the murder 11 years after it happened and sentenced in 2000. Now they are officially free. Here's David after getting out of a Racine prison just hours after the hearing about this evidence. His brother, Robert, released this evening from a central Wisconsin minimum security prison. The amount of DNA evidence that set these men free was undeniable to police and prosecutors. After 24 years, advancements in DNA testing for the murder of Sandra Lison showed Robert and David Bintz did not commit this crime. For the last 5 years, the Great North Innocence Project worked to retest evidence in this case.
We were just trying to get testing done because there was all of this physical evidence, none of it connecting either Robert or David Bintz to the crime, and we were just looking for a break in the case to figure out what actually happened.
That break came when they got a special kind of DNA profile from the blood and bodily fluids found at the scene and still preserved in Brown County. It's the type of profile often submitted to genealogical databases like Family Tree or 23andMe. The profile was sent to the Ramapo College's Investigative Genetic Genealogy Center. Their team produced a lead within days that wasn't either of the Bintz's brothers.
When we're looking at these genetic data points, we can't say specifically it's this person. We can say it's a person from this family, and this family had more than one son. So it could have been any of those sons that were the perpetrator of this crime.
That's when Green Bay police got involved, also looking at fingerprints from the crime scene, helping to narrow down the killer to 3 brothers.
At that point, the district attorney and the Green Bay Police Department agreed that what we found was significant and agreed to cooperate and actually do some investigation themselves of this case. So they did some work with the other 2 brothers to eliminate them as potential suspects, and it really left us with one person.
His name, William Hendricks. He died in 2000. His body was exhumed earlier this year for DNA testing. According to the Wisconsin State Crime Lab, the chance that the evidence recovered from Lison's body came from someone other than Hendricks is 1 in 329 trillion.
He was an individual who had several severe run-ins with the law. He had been prosecuted for rape, actually the rape of the same woman on 2 separate occasions. And he had actually been released from prison just months before the attack on Sandra Lison.
With this information, a scheduled October 1st hearing was moved to this week.
When the DA and police found out that additional evidence linked Hendricks with the crime, they understood that there was no reason to hold these guys any longer. They're the ones, to their credit, that initiated moving the hearing up with the court.
The court agreeing with the evidence and ordering the brothers free immediately. This was Robert's reaction, hoping to clear his name for his family, especially his daughter.
It was very emotional on the phone. I think it is probably very hard. It's obviously very hard for him to process, and he's got a whole world waiting in front of him that's 25 years past the point he went in.
Both brothers are now well into their late 60s. The state of Wisconsin only provides a maximum of $25,000 to those wrongfully convicted of a crime, no matter how long they were wrongfully incarcerated. The attorneys involved in this were quick to point out there are no transitional services available to them, but they are free. Bill?